Anyway, this is episode 23, the finale of Gavan. Let's go. Wait, I want to see Gavan, actually. I changed my answer.
You're late.
But I want to see him again!
More Gavan.
He is a ninja.
He's a ninja.
Wake
Now
up.
let's kill God.
Complex backstory, bro. He's still a terrorist.
Let's go! Deal with her!
Please?
Oh,
what?
okay.
Ghostbusters!
Give us faith.
Get him, Gavan Yugi Joe. Get him.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
miss her a lot.
Oh, there she is.
No gun for you. That was so extra just to kick off the gun.
Oh my god.
Saying it now, guys. Death Gavan is a worm.
What a prick.
He's already dead, buddy. It's good. It's good.
Ah!
Beat me up, Scotty. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Give me 70 episodes of that.
Where's the yogurt dimension?
So, Reggie, tell me, how do you feel about Monster
The Hunter
Hunter
Wilds.
He was fun karma all along.
Ash shot.
Reggie's ass.
Reggie's butt.
I think he is being taken over. Yo! Ah! Why make that face? Ah!
Whoa.
How's soldo sama?
Oh no!
He just leaves?
Oh,
Wait, what?
is that really how this
No!
ends?
What? What?
Oh,
we got a hand over!
Here.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Now,
Gavan.
everyone, are you ready for Monster Hunter
Hunter
Wilds?
Wilds. Yes!
It's
God,
coming out
I'm not gonna
next
be here.
week as a new series within
Oh, wait, I
Project
did one.
Red.
I'm not gonna be here next week. No! No.
Sucks to
Okay.
suck, bro.
Okay. So, everyone probably has so many thoughts. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go one by one, and if you have something that you want to add to it, you can say it like after they finish their sentence or something, or try and be like, I don't know.
We need a buzzer.
We need a buzzer.
You know what? I'll see myself out for a few minutes to go to the bathroom.
Okay, just don't leave the VC because that will mess up Craig. But yeah, it's fair. Who wants to go first? I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys.
I can probably go first real quick.
Yeah? Go for it.
Like, yeah, like, I had, again, like we said it earlier, I had a fun time with Gavan overall. Like, I wish it was a bit more than what we got, but it was still overall pretty fun. And
Yeah.
I will say that I am definitely left a little like, ugh, because it's gonna sound like really like hypocritical of me because because I was okay with the setup of the Zets episode, right? Like I was okay with Zets having a setup episode for next week. But that's with the expectation of like there was
That next
going
week
to
you have that
continue next
episode,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is more going to be a ongoing thing within Project Red, and I get like that's super cool because it is. It just is actually cool.
Yeah.
But also, I am definitely frustrated for the sake of but now I got an ending for Gavan Infinity that I feel mostly. What's the word that you would say? Milk toast about?
And I guess that's the thing, because at the end of the day, it's not really an ending.
Yeah, it says
And
the
then-
Gavin's fight doesn't end here.
Continues. Yeah.
Wow.
And
And
that's
this is-
really it. Like just
It's interesting. I can understand why there'd be like a little bit of backlash to it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like at least we have confirmation that you know the Gavans are going to be playing a pivotal role as well in the next season.
I
which
guess
is
my
good to
train
know.
of thought is that if Gavan Infinity is a show that leads into the rest of Project Red, I wish that Gavan Infinity had, you know, even a couple more episodes, like just to give extra setup time.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
don't think that's
like,
long to
one
wish for, yeah.
sentence here.
well, I'm literally
Okay.
almost done, like Joel. Like literally, it's the only other train of thought is like I said in the middle of the episode. I wish we had a little bit more of what the fuck dimension we are into, because like that animated bit was super
That was
cool,
wild.
and it gave me vibes of like in Zen, like Zenkaicher is a great
Yeah,
example of
I'm
that.
so glad you said that because I thought the same thing.
Because
you
Zenkaicher
did.
will do like, hey, this is like the bad guy is tennis themed and turns the world into a tennis world, you know, and that's what I
Yes.
mean, right? Like, or just like
Or manga
this-
world. Everybody lives in a manga
Came
now.
back
Yeah.
up the Zenkaiger discussion?
Yes.
Yeah. But no, like that's my train of thought. I wish that like Gavan Infinity went a little more
More.
extra, because those early episodes, specifically when we got Gavant, and then
Oh, I
later
love
when we
Gavant.
got the train Gavan,
That was
I
hype.
thought was super great. Like those are easily
Mm.
some of my fave episodes. But overall, that was okay. That was a pretty okay show that I had a good time with.
Yeah.
And then again, we all agree on this. The suits are really nice.
They are very nice.
Those are
Yes.
some
No, I
really
hate
good
them.
suits. You do?
No, I'm kidding. Okay, actually,
I
wait.
know.
I like the Gavan suits. I do not like the robots that much.
No, I agree.
Ah.
I
like the
don't care
basic
that much for the
robots and
Gavarian trigger robots and the train, like
Yeah.
you said.
Oh,
It's
hell
more
yeah.
of the combos, like
Oh,
the
okay.
in-between combos. I think those are bad.
Okay.
That's what you said
Think
earlier, right,
Um,
Thomas? Just that like you didn't care about the robot until the train.
Yeah,
Like you mentioned
I thought
something
the
along
robot
those
was fine.
lines.
The train is definitely the best combo for me.
Yeah.
The dragon's
Yeah.
like second place.
The
The dragon was the first mech. I was like, that's good. Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just because Joel wanted to add something to Antho's point.
Oh yeah,
so...
I'm done with my thoughts. So like, Joel, the
Yeah.
door is yours.
It was just a one sentence. I've got to find it now, just because someone said something in chat, and I was like, I think we've already got confirmation that that's wrong. And Antho was saying it at the time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, about
Who's
which
wrong?
thing?
Who's wrong?
So Winpage was saying overall Gavin was meh to okay. Don't personally think Gavin will have any tie into a Megahorn.
Oh,
One-
yeah.
We
Oh,
know that's
crazy.
wrong. We know that's
I feel
So-
like they established it so early, right? Like,
yeah.
Like-
So
I mean,
like
Gavin's
months
gonna be
ago.
so
we knew it
yeah.
as soon as they announced it, and they were all using Emor gears.
Yeah,
So,
the
yeah,
Emo
so
Gears
no,
was
no,
the
sorry,
main
they're
one.
on.
called
New Emor.
Ego
Sorry, guys,
Gears.
Just
Oh, sorry.
Just a quick
Thank you.
thing. Sorry.
No, go.
So later on, then when Paige says, I high key that the Gavans will be in Omega Horn anyway outside of a team up. I was like, all right, so maybe that's what you think. But again, we know that that's not true either now. So it is not to be the one guy, not to like be like, oh, hey, one guy in Twitch chat, but like I think this is a more important thing to say overall, is like what I was saying earlier, is this isn't the end of the Gavan story. It's
Mhm.
not the end of Space Gavan as we know it. And I do think for ages, I think midway through the show, I would love for this to get a season 2, but that's not how Toei shows work. And I, for the first time, think that we're wrong now.
Oh.
I do think now that this within Project Red is going to be, this is the biggest amount of like, how do I say it? It's not luck, like biggest amount of chance, sorry, that we've ever had to a Toku
Probability?
show actually getting, probability. Thank you, Keza.
No worries.
It's the biggest probability we've ever had to a Toku show getting, at the very least, a sequel. And we kind of know that it's already going to have a bunch of spiritual successors, with the idea that the Gavan story will continue throughout the next couple of shows.
Yeah.
Well,
It
Joel,
is
I don't know if you
interesting.
knew this,
Oh.
but we are getting a quote Gavan Infinity Gaiden.
Yeah,
Really?
Which
the movie.
yeah. Is that a
Oh.
Like, we're
movie?
getting
It's
a-
a movie or a TTSC
like, it's a
thing or
Yeah, it's a
something?
VSNX of like
Is
Gavan
it a
with
VSNX?
Bushido.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, yeah.
Wait,
Setsuna
that's what
has
it
a
is?
thing, yeah. Well, that's
Damn.
definitely a thing that is happening.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
saw the
like
poster for
in
it.
the post from Toei it says VSNX. Let me try to find it while you guys
I was
continue.
just saying, I saw
Mm.
Legion posting about it because the only thing I know, I think we do know about it, is that there's a new red.
Oh, is this the
version of the
mini
sniper.
drama? I
Is
was
that
gonna
what
say,
it
yeah,
is?
because I was gonna say I heard about a Toei post that was
We all
taken
heard
down.
3 different interpretations.
Or it's
So I
three
heard about
different
it.
things, so we're all getting more
Imagine-
Gavan.
and I would-
Okay,
and
I
I would
found the tweet.
and I would love it.
What's
Oh,
the tweet
please,
saying?
drama
se-
series depicting the aftermath of the TV series Choginga Kaito Gavan Infinity side story. Streaming starts on August 2nd on YouTube and TTFC.
Damn.
An episode
YouTube?
that holds the key to the upcoming
Yo.
crossover
Yeah.
in the
Yo.
main TV
Yo.
episode of Chol Gavan and Omega Horn. The
You-
mysterious red arc Gavarian appears, and might I say,
Oh my god.
this is one of the hottest things I've seen in a minute.
That's
Oh,
Sorry.
crazy.
no, can you set it
But
on
we do know
on
the
mic
2 of
chat?
them are appearing in. Yeah, I'll send the tweet.
Please do.
Oh, sick. Thanks,
Yeah,
Thomas.
here's the Setsuna
We do
one
know
I
the
saw
2 of
as
them
well.
are
You-
appearing in the show. Oh, this is a poster for the movie.
Oh, it's just the movie. Okay.
Oh, is
the
it
movie
the
that
movie
comes out.
that just came out?
Oh, I
Or-
thought Setsuna
It's
was
not
getting
out yet.
something
It
extra.
comes out
Never
this
mind.
Oh,
week.
Interesting.
Really? That's
interesting.
what this is for? Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
just a
man.
movie.
Yeah,
plug.
when
I just wanted
I'm
more
aware
sets
of
in the
Black,
content.
and Black RX and Amazon's. Amazon's is a
Also-
reimagining though.
Amazon doesn't count. It's on Amazon.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
Anyway, keep it to
They
the
And the
conversation.
other's
So I'm
Showa,
just-
which is only cared about by me.
like Reiji's in the fucking preview, and he's a character in the show.
Mm,
And the trailer also has Luminous and Bushido just in it.
yes.
And I feel like you
Yeah.
don't
Yep,
put
yep.
them in it unless they're in it, not to a big extent, but like there's something they have to be.
I've seen people
Prominent
like say
enough
like, oh
in the
yeah, Reggie
show.
went like undercover.
I like
yeah,
that
he
theory.
could be undercover or something. But the two of them in the
undercover's
trailer is
cool.
interesting because it's like
Yeah.
if we're getting what's gonna be in this special that
Hmm.
can't be in either
In
show,
Omega Horn.
and like
yeah.
how much of a crossover is Omega Horn going to be outside of Leiji? Like
Can
with the
I-
other two guys.
Can I add something to
Yes,
this? I've
go ahead.
just had like a brain wave. What did this show ultimately give us that people had a bit of an issue with? But they basically gave us they gave us 4 Gavans that can travel the
5 if
universe.
you count death.
There's a lot of Gavans now.
Mm.
But
Yes,
what they've
Gavan.
given us
12.
There's even 3
No,
extras.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no, dude, it's fine. But what they've given us is Gavans that can travel the universe right now. Like, that's what they've given us. They have the ability to go to whichever dimension and stay there. And I think that's really interesting because if we're going into this new show with Omega Horn and we are in one universe, that means our Gavans could come to this universe if it's in different universes and they can travel to this universe. But Gavan can travel to this universe. It's just one of the places that they can travel to. And this is actually something I mentioned in my reaction to the trailer today, because I was just like, what is this? Why is there only one person who can henshin? And it boggled my mind, because I thought it was a sexist thing at one point, because I was just like, oh, only the women don't have the ability to transform. But then I noticed it was actually all of the extra characters. The only person who can transform is our main guy, Shout.
Yep.
And he is looking very Gavan, and we can see that in each universe there's a different Gavan, but there's only one Gavan in each show. And the fact that they're now here makes me believe that the others, all this time, this whole way,
Omega Horn.
yes, basically, and
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think that
of
makes
Gavan
sense.
Infinity was just for us to get Gavans that can travel the universe, different universes. And
I want to double, triple down on your
yeah,
point.
go, please do.
After that, I have
wanna-
one single joke that I
Oh,
want
no.
to say, and it's so short,
no
but
problem.
it's so funny.
Oh,
No,
God.
after. Please go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll give you this floor space now. So Alvaro just said in chat 4 Gavans and 2 of them didn't even meet each other properly on screen. Fair enough, good point. However,
Yeah, I don't
watch
like
a Metal
that.
Hero show. That is exactly how all the Metal Heroes operate. So this is the thing, right? Is we used to be in the Metal Hero show. Fucking, I just saw that. Sorry, Thomas, that is the funniest thing. Sorry.
Keep going, please.
So we used to have in the Metal Heroes universe that we would cross over a lot. Like Jiraiya, who is our Gavan Raya now. Jiraiya
Yeah.
used to cross over with Gavan, right?
Mhm.
And like that was the thing.
Mhm.
And both of those shows had 50 episodes. Obviously, you can't do that anymore. But both of those shows had like 50 episodes. So the idea is that we said this previously on a TomKatSu, me and Keza, is we think that they might be folding all the extra Metal Heroes into one, if not just them being Gavans,
Mhm.
into one like universal order, so that the Metal Heroes are now one group.
Yes.
So they made World Hero Jiraiya or World Ninja Jiraiya a Gavan. So there's a chance that either we get a Sharavan show or we get Gavan Sharavan, as
Yes.
in, you know. So like there's a million ways, and like there's a big thing behind this next show, Omega Horn, being kind of a rework of what they would have done with Jaspion. which I think
Mm.
we've spoken about Antho and Cass on your guys' streams previously.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago. Oh my god.
It was it was a while ago. Um but yeah, so like the other Metal Heroes sort of they interact in the original shows, but not all Metal Heroes interact. Like again, Doug in the chat, not to again pick on one guy in the Twitch chat.
Oh my god.
Gavan, Sheridan, and Shader all met each other in Showa. Cool. Did they meet Spielban? Did each and every single one of those meet Spielban? Like I am a Toku fan, right? And the idea that like a lot of people have about the original Metal Heroes universe and like what they are to expect from these new Toku shows is all warped by the fact that most people aren't, and most people are fans of Kamen Rider and Sentai and into this through
Oh,
the
your
newer
mic keeps on
shows.
cutting
So
out,
it's
dude.
gonna
I'm so
be a
sorry.
while.
Say it again. Say it again.
Okay, so where did I leave off?
I mean, I heard most of it. It's just one. thing
Just one sentence
sticks out.
back. One sentence back. Just go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got ADHD. You'll have to remind me what I said.
I should have just said nothing. You were saying how most people are not Toku fans, but you're a
saying
Toku
the
fans.
modern Toku shows.
Oh,
But
right.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you, Joel. In those
Sure.
previous Gap or Metal Hero shows, aren't those all different shows? Like
They are
Gavan,
all different
Sharidan.
shows. They are all different shows
Right.
apart from some of them. So like
I feel like it's a little. You can't say like, oh, well, not all the Metal Heroes used to meet because they weren't all in the same show. We got 4 transforming characters here, and most
so
of them
yeah,
don't
so
interact
this
with
is
each other.
kind of my outer point, right? So secondaries existed in these other Metal Hero shows,
Mhm.
right? So if like the main character, like here's a good example. So if you go and search up something like well, let's not do Spielban because Spielban doesn't really like that, you know, people don't like that.
That's
But let's say
racist.
like yeah, let's say Metalda, right? Metalda had 2 Metaldas. And only one of them, I believe, met up with one of the other Metal Heroes. And Top Gunda, who is the secondary in Metalda, or could say the evil version of Metalda, depending on the view or what point of the show you're in, didn't then also have that crossover, right? So it's like it's not just that they're different shows, it's whenever they did do the crossovers, it's not all characters from all of those shows got to meet up, right? And also it's a moot point because they all did meet up, right? And we also have a bunch of specials of stuff that happened off screen. So I don't know, use your brain. They met up off screen. Like
True.
But also they did meet up. They all fought together at least once. There was the massive battle where we saw Gavant and Luminous and fucking and
hypest
Bushido
moment.
and Amigo, and they all met up. They could and then, you know, they could all travel. And then the next episode, between that episode where we could find out that they could all travel now, between that episode and the next episode, then we got the civilians being able to travel. So between that episode, maybe they had a conversation. I don't know. I don't know why everyone needs everything on screen. It is just like, it's a lot of pointless argument to be like, I liked Sentai better. And it's like, yeah, sure, dude, but that's not what this is. And stop yucking my yum. like it's, you know, you can say, hey, I don't enjoy this as much as I enjoy Sentai. That's fine. But for what this is really fun, really good. And it also, you know, when you watch a Sentai show and you're like, that's a reference to this. I get that. I get that here from this. And I didn't get as much of that in Sentai because Sentai liked to forget about Showa. And Kamen Rider likes to forget about Showa. However, with Metal Heroes, most of Metal Heroes existed in Showa.
True.
So I get a lot of references.
Fair. When did Metal Heroes finish? Because I know it was there for a while and then finished. And then yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it had a couple of revivals. We've had like a couple of the main Gavan. Like I think there's been 3 of the main Gavan over the years.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them that like people are aware of, and then there was a reboot one.
Okay.
But that guy had shown up in a bunch of stuff. Like that Gavan was in Q Ranger at one point.
Okay.
Which is, not so long ago. However, when was the last time we saw Blue SWAT? And again, that's another great example of like, hey, guys, go watch Blue SWAT and tell me all the metal heroes meet up. Right?
True.
They don't. Like, this is, and also like the point that you were saying before, Thomas, of like, these are all different shows. Yes, but they are all in the same continuity. Basically, we know that because of things like the Space Mafia and things like that. So like certain metal heroes will fight against certain villains that existed in other shows. So we've always been aware that these are an interconnected universe within the Metal Heroes universe. And then sometimes we'd be like, hey, and they're also in Sentai. And then, we just have to ignore a bunch of plot holes to make that work.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this is people not being a fan of Metal Heroes or not being a fan of outer toku shows and taking out their frustration that Sentai isn't here and being like, well, this would have been better if it was a Sentai show. This would have been better if it was this. And it's just like, well, just let some people have their time now. Like, let some people enjoy what they're enjoying.
True.
And I had a statement, and I'm just going to say it now because I don't really want to speak on this for too much longer because I don't want to take up all the floor. But my statement, which was very child friendly, by the way, it had a lot of "fuck you guys" in it previously, and I've taken them all out.
Good.
But it's I've been seeing so many people yucking on my yum when it comes to Metal Heroes in the Sentai communities, mainly the Sentai communities. Some people in Kamen Rider, but I think most Kamen Rider people don't really give a shit because I know so many people who watch Rider who don't watch Sentai. And it's really clear to me that some people are just Sentai or just Rider fans, and that is fine. And I'm not going to yuck on your yum. However, I am a Toku fan. I love Godzilla. I love Metal Heroes. I love all the Showa stuff that many people have forgotten about. I am massively into these like cheesy rubber suits from the 60s. If you ask me about Zubat, I can go on and on, right? I've found myself over the past, I want to say mainly 2 weeks, but really this last week, in conversations with people being really overly critical about this show to me for no reason at all, and like specifically targeting me to tell them why they should like this show, right? And I've had to do that quite a lot. And if people feel like I'm being a bit preachy in the chat, I apologize. I've had a lot of people tell me recently, tell me why I should like this show. Because I'm supposed to be this guy who has to defend Project Red. If you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it. That's fine. The toy sales are doing fine without you guys. But they'll say this overly critical stuff to me. And then I'll ask what episode they're on, and they'll be like, nah, I don't watch that show, right? Which is why I give a lot of the people in Keza's chat a lot more grace than I would give people on Twitter or something like that, because you guys come every week and you watch the show, right? So I give you guys a lot more grace than I would like a random person who's popping into my chat who I don't know. If Windpage or Jamcal or Colin or DSM Kind or like any of these people that I'm aware of from Kez's chat popped into my chat in the week and wanted to speak to me about it, I would feel less targeted. But these were strangers that clearly knew me from just being friends with Keza, because I don't really post content on my channel. And they came to me and they were asking me all these questions, and then they were just kind of insulting my opinions on it because they didn't like it. And one of them even went as far to say, I can't wait until this crap gets cancelled so Sentai can be brought back.
Which
right?
is not going to happen anyway.
And I'm just like, this is exactly what happened with DC and Snyder. You guys like a thing so much that you just have to hate on the next thing, even though it's not a replacement. It's just the next thing. Sentai's not working. Hey, let's try something new. And I want to go on record to say I want everyone to be able to enjoy all their favorite shows. But Sentai is on a break right now. And I don't know if this getting cancelled would bring it back immediately. I really highly doubt it.
I don't think it will.
But yeah, but
That's crazy, Cope.
I just want to say, can you guys let a Metal Hero brother enjoy a show? Like, for real. Like, I enjoy this. I enjoy the original Metal Heroes. I have a lot of problems with a lot of the stuff that people are saying about this show because it seems very uninformed and very ill-informed a lot of the time. And sometimes just like spreading actually lies, like saying like, oh, there's no character development. There's more character development in these 23 episodes than there's been in some Kamen Rider shows in its entirety. I'm watching Akito right now. Don't fucking test me. I've been to Japan. I've touched yen. Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh my god.
I don't want to hear all this misinformation constantly, and I don't want to have to defend it constantly. My thoughts are very out there about Gavan. I enjoy it. Can that be enough, please?
Yes.
Can it just be enough that I like this show? And if you don't, fine. But I don't need to convince you to like this show. And if you don't like this show, it doesn't make it leave, and it doesn't make it go away, and it doesn't make me want to tell my opinions on it anymore. So I'm going to say this sentence, and everyone forgive me. I'm going to keep enjoying these Metal Hero shows. I'm going to keep enjoying Project Red. I'm super excited for Omega Horn. The beasts look so cool. Reiji's back.
Omega.
And I'm really, really happy that I'm being served some content that I'm really enjoying right now. And I really hope that you guys really enjoy the content too. And if you don't, honestly, that's fine. But when I say my thoughts on really enjoying it, can we please not start a discussion as to why I'm wrong in like 70 different details every single time? Because it's getting a little bit soul destroying.
I mean, that was literally my thoughts on my Twitter post. I was just like, why are people hating on it? And the amount of stuff I got was so negative. So I was just like, I shouldn't have asked. That was my bad.
Yeah, and people are saying about writers in the show as well. Big up the writer of this show, by the way. An incredible writer. An incredible writer. I'm not sure if people are aware of the guy who wrote Gavan Infinity, but he's written some amazing other stuff as well.
Cool. I will have to pause you there, though, Joel. Thank you so much for your thoughts.
No worries.
Just gonna pop in here halfway through this discussion. This is, again, unedited, so please, thank you so much for watching all the way through to now. Do let us know what you think of Gavan and the finale. Do not put so much negativity in my discussion or in my comments. I already feel very weird having to say goodbye to Gavan or not say goodbye to Gavan. There's been a lot of negativity around this show. You can talk about something with like criticism and not call it a shit show. You could be positive about something negatively. I'm just saying there's a way to do it without saying something is shit. And I think it's very hard to be positive about this show, even though I have fully enjoyed it. Maybe it is because I watched it with this group of people, but please do know, I know that Gavan isn't a perfect show. I know it has its faults, and I know it has its hiccups. I know that. But I also know that like they had to work within a budget. I understand. I know that production for this is very limited, and I think people tend to forget that. But I still enjoy the show. I will be coming out with my full-on review later on where like I can really just talk about each element of the show. I'm also going to come up with some other finale Gavan stuff with the others, so look forward to that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of the discussion. Scotch or Cass? Wait, who hasn't said anything? Yes, it's probably
Thomas,
Cass and
Scotch.
Scotch. Yeah. Cass, you want to go?
Sure. I had a really fun time with Gavan for what it was. I think the cast is phenomenal. I really enjoyed seeing their adventures. Is it a perfect show? No, of course not. What show ever is, right? And it all comes down to like personal preference and whatnot. I think how they're tying, like, of course, if we just stopped there and that was the end of Gavan, yeah, that would kind of suck. But since we know that it's going right into Omega Horn, I think that's super interesting. And as you guys know, I am super hyped for Omega Horn. It's like King Oger all over again for me and Antho, where it feels like, oh my god, they made a show specifically for me and Antho, where it's like, oh, it's Monster Hunter, it's also Pokemon. And I think Kez is also right about, Mr. Ash Ketchum, Shout was it, being our Gavan. I think that fits in so well. And yeah, I'm hyped to see our Gavan characters again as well. And the monster designs are killer, and everybody in the cast is really pretty too. So there's a lot to be excited about. I will say too, in regards to some of the stuff that Joel said too, like, I again, just, just don't do that, chat. Like, the important thing is to always just be kind. Like, don't go hitting up people in DMs to bother them about, a show that they really enjoy. Sometimes I feel that
just
way
randomly
about
come to my live streams.
well, that too. Like, just don't be a jerk, It's an easy thing to do, to not be a jerk. Sometimes Anthem and I feel that way a bit about Zets, and it can be exhausting to defend your opinion on it, where it's like, oh, well, I like the show. You might have, 30,000 nitpicks about it, but I really am enjoying it. And, it's exhausting to, like, have to defend something you enjoy. It's also easier to criticize, I find, than defend something where it's like, well, I think it's good. Like, it's harder to come up with points for that. And yeah, that's really just my message. Just be kind, be good. Like, at the end of the day, we're all a community. No tokusatsu show is going to satisfy everybody. That's just it. So,
That's true.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
And if you don't like a show, that is totally fine. I have my toku shows that are not my favorites, but if I am talking to a friend and they mention that they really like something, all I gotta say is, oh, that's not for me, but I'm glad you got something out of it.
Yeah, we see that a lot in our streams of just like it's so cool
Agito
that like
every
toku
week.
shows are so
Oh,
versatile.
Agito.
Yeah.
It has its good points. It does. I
It
swear.
does.
It's a rough ride.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
no, like just
convinced.
Cass and I say it a lot in our streams, right? Just that like at the end of the day, it's so cool that we can have such varied shows, even if that ends up making them not all for everyone.
Yeah.
But just like,
Yeah.
we finish Gavan and then next week we're going to get something like Omega Orn, and they're like clear, like from first impression, they look very different. And that's so cool, right? And then Omega Orn will be done, and then we'll get something else that's again entirely different, similar but different.
I'm
everything we
waiting
have.
for the detective
Yeah.
show and the magical girl show. People
And
in my
then we're
comments.
going to get
Please.
Keza, we're gonna get like a
Please.
new Project Red series, and like the main character is just Yarukar but red. And then
Yeah,
the
I
Joker
think
wants to
Yarukar-
say,
probably will, because we
Yes,
probably
right?
will, because people might feel a bit silly about this, by the way, when I say this. Again, not the people in chat, but people in Twitter, if this ever gets clipped. All those people who really love Boom Boonja? Yeah, the guy who wrote Boom Boonja wrote Gavan Infinity.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't
Right.
he? I forgot. Crazy.
and then like the little
crazy.
joke I wanted to say earlier is
Oh,
that
yeah.
the bad guy group from Omega Horn, their
Yes.
bad guy group's called Zets.
Wait, what?
It
What?
is.
It's-
Oh, it
it's
is,
Zetsu,
isn't
like,
it?
well,
It's
the
Zetsu.
EZSU.
What?
It
That's
is.
so
Not
funny.
So this is me going like, did I
Side
get to
note too,
double the
Anto
Zets?
and I heard this, and I don't think we have a source on hand, but one of the writers for Omega Horn
Yes.
is from Pokemon.
Like apparently it's
Oh.
a
hell yeah.
Pokemon anime writer is the one.
And
for
I'm like,
Omega
they
Horn.
know what they're
yeah.
doing. This is definitely the show for them to be
Wait.
part of, and I'm
Fuck
excited.
yeah.
Wait, is that not just going to be... Is that not just going to be the guy who wrote Gavan? The guy who wrote Gavan wrote for Pokemon as well. He wrote
I-
a
Oh,
bunch
Oh, well,
of
there you
Pokemon
go. Maybe
movies.
we're talking
and
about the
I
same
Pokemon
didn't
guy.
see
Generations.
anyone saying that it's the same person that's writing both. I could be wrong though.
Anthem will have to re-pull up the source.
Ah.
But anyway,
Jarvis,
it's cool to
who's
have people
writing
that have that
Takusei Hunter
experience.
Omega Horn?
Computer.
Computer Fadao.
I want to say also, thank
Oh,
you guys for
Yuya
being so gracious
Takahashi.
about.
It's Flame Subs that said
Oh,
that.
course.
Just for the record,
I-
I'm not doing a bit. This is what the AI thing is saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah, the
I'm
AI
sending
is
the
wrong as
screenshot right
hell.
now.
Get it out of
Oh,
here.
no.
So people,
Don't-
so
oh,
many
no.
people
Don't tell
joke
me.
that every new show is written by Yuya Takahashi.
God.
I'm like,
AI
what's
overview
he doing?
spreading fake news.
Fake news. Anyway,
Fake news.
we haven't actually heard from Scotch and Thomas, and we'll
Yeah.
be quick,
Yes,
Joel, and
yeah,
then we'll
yeah.
move on.
Yeah, I'll be a quick one.
Oh,
As they've
yeah.
said before,
Oh.
please just respect people, because obviously different shows will be for different people. I've loved this show so far, and I'm kind of excited to see where Project Red will go from here, because of the
Mhm.
fact that obviously Reiji's actor, or potentially Reiji the character, I'd love to see Reiji the character in Omega Horn, as in like
Mhm.
we're continuing the story like bit by bit, because we still have nothing on Death Gavan. Is he dead? Is he missing?
Is he
Who knows?
dead?
Has he
Oh.
fused with
The-
Ragey?
the-
Yeah.
Ragey's
the
looking a
vibe
bit
is-
emo. That's
I
my
mean,
theory.
he does look like Death Gavan from the
He
photos.
does!
Is
He
that
looks
the
like
guy
him!
in the
They've
outfit?
fused.
Oh my
Fused.
god. They did the Dragon Ball fusion. Wing.
Fusion, ha!
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, by the way, you guys
Oh,
are right. It is the same. It's the same writer for Gavan Infinity.
Oh, there
and
we
Omega
go. I
One.
didn't
There
know you had
you go.
Pokemon
And
experience. That's
Boo Boo.
great.
And
He's
Babuja.
a fucking goat.
Love
I
that.
love that guy.
Sorry, continue,
He's,
Scotch.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's great.
also excited to see whether the two gods will the two yin yang gods will play a
Oh.
part in
Yeah.
any more of Project Red and stuff like that.
Ooh.
And I
I
also
didn't even think about that.
I'm excited to see whether any of the
Oh.
other Gavans are going to get some more stuff in the next show. I'm excited because finally we've obviously wrapped up our 3 villains as well, our penguin, our tuxedo mask, and our teacher lady who
And the
Arrested,
bitch
arrested,
who
Thank
arrested.
God for
that.
the
They
bitch
just
who's got a gun
arrested
for a hand.
them. Literally.
Yeah.
No, I won't say.
Kiki and
'cause
Koto are too nice. Their teacher does not
Yeah.
deserve for them to be that nice. My
She
God.
tried to
Got a
kill
gun.
them. She tried to murder them.
Yeah, but I'm very excited to see where this kind of goes.
With a whoopee
I
cushion.
really liked this show. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to see
Absolutely.
what Omega Hon is gonna do that is either
Yeah.
similar or different to this, and how it's gonna build upon the world of
Oh.
Project Red. There
I
we go,
can't
that's pretty-
wait. Woo! Thank you,
I
Scotch.
wanted to slot a sentence and then I'll
Yep.
shut up, and it will be a sentence this time. Thank you guys for being so gracious about this. It bothered me a little bit, and I think obviously people can tell it bothered me a little bit that I had to do that, and you guys have been very, very kind about it. And in the same way that Anto and Cass was saying, that this next show was like, it felt like it was made for them. That's kind of how I felt about this show, and I'm super excited about the next show still. And I have no negative thoughts about the next show. I'm so hyped. It's ridiculous how hype I am about the next show.
This trailer that came out was the thing that gave me the hype. I don't know what it was, but today's trailer got me hyped.
It was
Yeah,
so
but
well
but I
done,
did
too.
feel like
Mhm.
Gavan Infinity was made for me. It had a bunch of Showa
Aw.
references. I'm a Showa guy, and it was very Deca Ranger SPD, and I'm a Deca Ranger SPD kind of guy. And yeah,
That last
I loved it.
sword.
And then they just showed me Jiro. Why the fuck would they put like a Kiva guy in there if it wasn't for me?
True.
But yeah.
Love
so
that,
thank
man.
you everyone for being so lovely about it.
No
Well,
worries.
dude, you're our bud. You know, anyone like doesn't treat our friends well, of course it's gonna be like, hey, cut that out.
The fuck you doing?
Yeah. Weird meanies.
The
Yeah,
last
right.
person who, I haven't really said my big opinions, but I'm gonna save that for another video, I think. And Thomas, you're the last person to speak.
I like the show. Big warning sign. Meh, meh. I think it's fine. I don't have any big problems with it. Meh, meh,
Papa.
meh. I have-
Everyone in this chat, your opinions are valid. Sorry, I know I
Eddie-
just gushed
Eddie.
and then I complained a lot.
No, it's not even for you. Just I'm saying in general. Like any
Alright,
critiques,
cool.
it sounds like I have is just me being like, well, but I liked it overall. I think it suffers. Honestly, I think my hot take is I don't believe any of this propaganda about it needing more episodes or whatever. I think it had a fine number of episodes. I mean, fucking Ultraman is beloved every year with the same amount of episodes. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
Not even it doesn't use them properly. It's just like like my one biggest change, if I could change anything in a show, is I just feel like Death Gavon needed to be in more episodes. Like just not even
Yeah.
like an episode needs to be about Death Gavon. He doesn't need to transform in it. It's just like if it's a silly Kiki Koto episode, and like the one episode where Koto transforms, and part of the whole conflict was that he was putting belt to ass with Reiji in like another dimension, and he couldn't get there. It doesn't need to be that like plot relevant, but like I think he just need to show up in some episodes and just beat the shit out of someone because he doesn't feel like a big
Mhm.
enough presence villain in this show for it to be like a super big like I mean he does feel like the main villain, but it's just like I feel like because I see some
could have
people
used him
online are
more.
like, oh, like yeah, like they're like, oh, we don't get enough on him like every week or like throughout the show, and I'm like, I feel like I understand his character and I have enough of him. I just want to see him more than when he is relevant to the plot. Like it's fine to just throw
Yeah.
him in an episode and have him do whatever. He
Yeah.
doesn't fight like anyone besides Reiji, and I
Sort
get
of
their
the
big
Gary
rivals.
Udo method.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I mean, but even then,
Oh my
always back to
God.
Gary.
But like, I didn't want to bring up Sentai, but like, yes,
Well, you did.
Sentai, Sentai. Now that you brought it up, Sentai rivals do appear just in random episodes,
Yeah.
just to have a really cool fight
Yeah.
scene,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I think he needed more of that.
It
Now,
happens
besides
in
that,
Metal Heroes too, as like a thing.
Mhm.
Like you're not wrong. Top Gundam would show up in a Metalda episode when he didn't need to be in there. I think that's a fine. I think I agree with that. If anything,
the other thing that Anthos said earlier, or Anthos said like multiple times, and I definitely
Yeah.
agree with this, is I think they did not that they didn't utilize the dimension hopping aspect enough, but I think when you have this idea that we're going to be jumping dimensions, and after a certain point, we just go through the motions of like, Reiji's in Setsuna's universe, now he's in Kiki's universe. Now we'll see what the next one is. It's like a grab bag. Then maybe he's back to his universe and Setsuna. Like it goes through these motions, and it feels not super repetitive because the episodes sometimes are unique to each other. But it's like you can always expect next week's a Setsuna, next week's a Kiki Koto, and I would have liked to see like more of the random universes. Like, let's see what this
Yeah.
fucking weird Gavan is. Just like part of like, it's fun for the premise. I think it fleshes out the universe a bit more. Like for that final battle, where you just have a guy that had one episode of screen time, but he gets like a cool little slash attack. Like, I think that's really cool. I think we should have gotten just a bit more of that. And I also think I am in the camp. I think it is. I get why it doesn't happen in the context of the show, but I think it is weird that our four main Gavan, two of them do not ever speak to each other or have like any interactions. Actually, that's like my overall bigger issue in that sense is I feel like it doesn't commit enough to having these different alternate dimensions stories. Like I think
Mhm.
it could have
Hmm.
it could have been fun if we had an episode that's just Setsuna's world. You don't get Reiji at all, or maybe you get a scene because he's the fucking guy that's in the title of the show. But like, don't have him D-jump there. Don't show Agi. Don't show Colonel. Like, just have Setsuna, Animal, run through the motions in their world. Do the same with Kiki Koto. Do the same with Raya. Like they did that with the train and the ant episodes. Like we don't see anyone else except Reiji in those worlds. And I think since the other guys are the main characters, I think we should have had a few episodes, not a few, just an episode where it is just that cast. Because it kind of feels like for me, we keep throwing Reiji into plots just to have him there. And then it feels very glaring to me that like Koto's not thrown into an episode just to be in the episode. Setsuna isn't. Like it always, and I get Reiji's the main character, but like it doesn't feel like it feels too scoped in on him, and like he's the only guy that really knows anyone else. I feel like Zetz has the same problem too with Baku. Like everyone's deal
I was
revolves
gonna
around
say,
Baku.
yeah.
Everyone's deal in this
Baku.
show
Yeah.
revolves
It's very
around
it's
Reiji.
very main character focused for both of them.
Yes,
Ah,
and like
very
well,
interesting.
it's not even that it's yes, they both are kind of very main character focused, and I don't think that's the problem. Like in Zetz, I don't mind that Baku gets all this development, but it's like I don't know what Minami thinks of the fucking police officer. Reiji or not Reiji, like that episode with Bushido and Raya, they don't say anything to each other except like one line, like, "Oh, you're a Gavan? Yeah, I am. Oh, sick." That's it. They don't even
And
fight
that's
together
clearly
you
as
don't-
Raya and
Clearly you
Bushido.
don't like BL. Clearly you don't like BL because that's a classic. Hey, you're my boyfriend's other boyfriend.
Oh
we don't
yeah,
get
we
along."
when we watched that
I want
together, we
more
all
BL
loved
like
that
that.
episode where
I
it's
want
like,
them
oh, here's
Get
Reiji
Reiji
building
to
his
be
harem
jealous of
because
them
they
or
did
whatever,
they were
like-
just kind of observing and like evaluating each other. Which I really enjoyed that too, where they were just kind of going like, well, are you chill? Are you chill with me?
But you
yeah,
know
we're
what?
chill. I think you're really
Yeah.
cool.
But I do get what like Thomas is saying exactly, just like, but that's the thing, right? That's kind of like the most we get kind of thing.
Yeah, which
Like,
is
yeah.
That
I do agree
Bushido,
with
I
that.
d-
like that
yeah.
Setsuna Kunai interaction is like the most we get of the other Gavans talking to each other outside
Well,
of
at least
Reiji talking
of
to others.
those
I think it
two.
is.
I feel like
It is sad that
I-
Kiki and
I like
Setsuna
Kiki
I
don't
was gonna
Raya
interact.
say
has a lot.
Raya has
Yeah.
Raya has a good relationship with Kiki and Koto.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually quite
He
like
does.
that episode. That's what I wanted. I'm like, oh great, he's talking to these other guys and Reiji, but it's like it's still like
Yeah.
every time I'm
And-
like
and
I
we
would have
did
liked
get-
to get
We
the
did
two
get
other guys.
two really Gavan Infinity like episodes in Raya's world and in Koto's world because in the Phantom Thief episode of Koto and Kiki, like basically no
This is
Infinity
great,
at all. And then there's a Raya episode where they're focused mainly on Raya not being okay with Infinity at that point in time. And like he's speaking with his sister in the background, and we don't know what's going on, but he's like speaking to his commander at the time. And his commander's a dick. I don't think we delved into that enough, but Raya's commander's a bit of a dick.
Oh yeah, I
and,
forgot about him.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's a
forgot
bit
he's a
I don't
dick.
really like that guy. But we have like that Raya episode really where that's going on, and then we find out later character development. Again, my biggest thing about the show that I like is the character development. That they were secretly working on a way to get the Gavans to be able to travel between universes like Reiji and Raya.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. I guess my thing ultimately boils down to like I think the premise of the multiple dimension stuff was very cool, and I did like things they do with it. Like it is there on some level it is kind of cool that these characters don't interact with each other for most of the show, but on another level it's like if I've got two characters in a show that I like, I'd like to see something with Kiki
I feel
only
that, I
interacts
getcha.
with the same three people. Like there's nothing new with that. Now,
Sure.
I am really fucking excited for Omega Horn, not just because of the things everyone else has been saying with the I don't even know anything about Monster Hunter. It's just that
That's
whole
all good.
IG
That's all
show
good.
is like really
Yeah,
cool.
I do like
Horn is
Monster Hunter, but I
transforming.
am very much seeing it from the big rubber suit kaiju show.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid. We just got raided. Thank you so much for the
Raided.
raid.
Say hi.
Sorry,
Thank you, Archer Summoner.
we're literally in the middle of a discussion, so we're gonna continue. But thank you for the raid. Thank you so
Oh my
much.
god.
Anyway,
Where was I?
go.
Okay. Like only one guy's transforming, but everyone else is like a kaiju or something. Like it's a
A
cool,
kaiju
fresh
wrangler.
new thing. The one girl is really hot. But like this last episode
Wow.
got me actually way more excited for it because it it is a cliffhanger. It does not it just fucking disappears. Actually that's the only big cliffhanger.
Yeah, Reggie's
oh,
like,
Death
"Oops."
Gavon too.
Oh, there's be
But
the one.
like
Yeah, be
I'll
the
be
one.
the one, be the two.
I hate when a
Be
show
the
has a big
19.
cliffhanger at the end of its season. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. Like if I'm watching like any
Oh,
show
right, okay.
and it ends with a cliffhanger.
Well, it's like you said, right?
But-
Like just because like this is in a normal situation, this is like, well, we're done with this show now. Like cool cliffhanger, but we'll never get that resolved.
And then at least
Yes,
we're not in that
but
situation.
this time
but it
I
does
know-
feel weird.
I
Yeah.
literally have seen Reiji in the trailer for the show that
Yeah.
airs next week. So
Yeah.
seeing them actually do a cliffhanger, and I have this foreknowledge that it's going to be acknowledged in some way, or at least
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna see what the fuck is happening there. Maybe as soon
I
as
do
next
want to
week.
give them props.
Has me really excited. And oh wait, hold
Uh,
on. If I
yeah.
could say one last thing, just like
yeah, no, of
Mhm.
course.
Koei doesn't do this or hasn't been doing this. Like even Ultraman doesn't do this, and Ultraman and Power Rangers, like all the Toku, even the ones that are known for being like the big connected universe or something, you don't have guy. They don't end a season and the next week a new show starts and it's literally building off of that. Zenkai
Oh.
Oh,
Zenkai
no.
Dawn Brothers didn't do that.
That's the power of Zenkaiger, people.
And their
Yeah.
quote unquote sequels.
I love that show.
So this is like really uncharted territory, and I'm like, this just makes me more excited for Omega Horn. I've already been excited for Omega Horn, and being like, yeah, the fucking main character of Infinity disappeared, and now he's
Now
Zenkai's
he's
are blacking
here.
it up.
I love that.
Hell
It's
yeah,
pretty cool.
Zenkai's are black. I love Dawn Brothers as well.
Welcome back,
Yeah, I
Zenkai's
wanted
are
to.
black.
Yes.
Welcome
Thank you,
back.
Dawn Brothers.
Welcome back. He was always meant to take over Decade, and now we're gonna get a new Decade. Not Decade, sorry. What's the other
Dawn
guy?
Brothers?
The Sentai version. Akka Red, is it? He was supposed to be the new
Akka
Akka
Ranger.
Red.
Akka Red, yeah.
Akka Ranger. Oh wait, do we mean
Akka
Akka
Red.
Ranger?
No, Akka Red.
Okay,
Akka
we do
Red.
mean Akka.
But yeah, I was gonna say I want to give them props though, because I do feel like everyone else's story was tied up quite nicely. Like Bushido's
Yeah.
story about like his like emotions thing. We got that. We got the tear. We got the cry. Like that was done. Like Kiki and Koto, they're back to the status quo of like where they're at now, which is nice because their kind of big drama was that they don't do drama, and then they had to have a little bit of it because of Death Gavan, but they switched it back because of Reiji, because Reiji's sort of this hero type. So like it felt good that like the other universes didn't have this massive thing that Reiji had. And now that Reiji's story is continuing, it just feels like it's nice to have those as metal heroes that can show up but don't need to show up.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Amazing.
I have one last question.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is for everyone. Which suit would you like to kiss the most?
Oh my god. Okay, and on that note, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you want to watch
This
the
is bullshit.
unedited version
Bullshit.
of these VODs, please go over to this Patreon and check out those.
Robot.
This is probably going to be
Or
its own
follow
separate
Kendra on
video.
Twitch.
Oh, thank you, and I appreciate that. And please follow all of these
I
people
will not be
in
silent.
please follow the people in the VC right now because they're great people and they listen to me when I say we're ending this recording now. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye, arigato.
Oh my
Monster
god.
Hunter Wilds.